Hey, what's up, people? Back with you today, and something kind of a little different in front of me today. I'm gonna be doing this Boss Fight Studios Red Sonja figure, and it's not like my typical Master Universe that I usually do, but in my realm of my swords and sorcery, fantasy type stuff that I do. Big fan of Red Sonja. I always loved the character. So we're going to get into her today. It's going to be literally a lot to unpack. Check on the back of her. It says it comes with like 30 pieces of accessories. So a lot going on here. Pre-ordered her a while back, as I'm sure anybody else that got her as well. It's been a long time waiting for this. And I know there's other Red Sonyas out there, like your loose collector and stuff. They look really good. From what I saw, pictures and everything, she looked really good. I think there is some criticisms on this one so far. I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into anybody else's. I know just a couple things about this one. I was eager to get her to see if I liked her or not, see if she was worth the money. Was a little chunk of change, $50. So see what it's like once I get her open, check her out. So I'll just start at the front of the package here. She double with the sword. Looks great in package so far. Looks really cool. Got a 12 plus rating up here. Not rating, for age wise. And I'm not sure if that's because it's like adult collector type figure or because of what she's wearing, or once you get her open, what I've heard she's not wearing. Because look at the back too. She comes with all these accessories and everything looks pretty much removable. So may have a little bit of toy nudity going on in this video. So maybe hide the kids. Don't watch it with them. I'll flip her around real quick so we check out the back of the artwork, or the back of the box. I'm so used to saying artwork. Back of the box. All right, and here she goes, the back of the box. It's pretty much a silhouette of the figure itself. Different heads on here. All the accessories she comes with down here. So I'm bringing it a little closer. There's a bio on there. Let me know if it's more light. If you guys want to read the bio on there, you can. I'll leave it there for a split second. And then get down here. Here's everything that she comes with. So I'll be going through all of that as well. Check that all out. I will say one thing I noticed right here on. Show some pins in the knees on this. I know this was kind of, the picture that we got before. Looking inside here, I don't see any pins on the knees. First thing I went to look at, so not there. I guess that's more just a promo pic. But yeah, we'll get right into her. Let's see. I think I'll open her up. I'll check her out like a good amount. Kind of just mess around with her a little bit. That way, I'm more prepared when I get her back on camera. So I'll be right back with you here in a moment. And before I actually get all into everything, I did want to say down here I saw that includes 1 of 3 collectible inserts, and was really shocked, man, with this inside. And this is really cool. Great artwork right here. I just love this with this giant snake, and makes me kind of wish I could collect all 3 of them now. I mean, there's no way I'm going to go out and buy a couple more and then randomly try and get all 3 of them, but very cool. I'd love to see what the other ones look like, so I might have to be looking into that here in the future to see what else everybody else got. Then we want to see how stuff came packaged. Here's all hands and gear and stuff all in here. And a stand that came with her. And then her by herself with the heads and the armor. You kind of saw that through the package already. But yeah, this is how everything else comes packed in there. Alright, back with you. Got our package. Everything out here displayed. We'll go over all that. Start checking it out. I got to mess around a little bit with her. I just wanted to check out some stuff first before I actually got into reviewing, so I knew what I was doing. Maybe couple things I'm not happy about, but overall, I think she's a pretty cool looking figure. So we'll get into that. Let's start out with what she came with. Go over. She got a couple open hands. I'm not going to be swapping those out because everything we'll be doing right now, she'll be holding weapons. A couple of fist hands. There's 2 fist hands. Oh, got a little. Oh, I don't know. You see a little extra tab of plastic on there. Pretty sure that's not supposed to be there. I'll have to cut that off later. A little something sticking out. Got some alternate wrist cuffs or bracers. And I don't see, I guess they are a little different than the one she has on. The one she has on has little slits in it. A couple of upper arm bracers. Really cool gold color with a couple jewels on them. And then we'll get over to the back here. Let's see, a little belt. It's going to be to hold her sword, I believe. Yeah, sword will probably clip on there, or axe, put a weapon in there. Let's see here, this must be another leg brace. Probably match the, oh man, She has the 2 on already, so I'll get to checking that out here in a minute and see. Looks like just another leg brace to me. And we'll move on to another upper shoulder pads. And really cool detail on these, more like a leathery ones compared to what she has on this little metal graded one. So, and then again, gold with little blue jewels there in the middle on it. And then a different loincloth, chainmail type thing. This has more of the red sash logo around her. So these pretty much like the alternate look, like the photos that we got, the promo pictures. So I'll probably just end up swapping her out from this into all this other armor, and then we can check her out kind of with both looks. And then 2 different heads. She's got this screaming head, which looks okay. I mean, there's great sculpt on this. Let me put some more light this way. Great sculpt on them. Good paint job. Some rosy cheeks on her. I'm not sure if I'm too fond of this one, as I am like the one she comes with. Kind of has like the stoic or almost angry face there. And then just pretty much basic. Let's see the light going on here so you really see it. Then just your standard face. I like this one a lot too. I'm not sure which one I'll end up going with. I think I like this one over that one, so we'll check it out with that on. And then she comes with a stand, Red Sonja stand, double foot pegs on it. Then we'll get to her weapons. So she comes with this nice axe. Really cool detail on these, and really shiny silver on there, painted on. Some battle damage all done on here. And wrap all the way down on the handle on that. Pretty nice, little bent. I'll have to heat it up, kind of straighten it out. Just move over to the dagger real quick. Tiny little dagger. She has the little sheath on the side of her leg for that. So that will go into there. Nothing major with that. And then a sword and sheath. The sheath has a little tab on here, which will attach to the belt somewhere. I think that other belt that I was talking about. So we've got that, and then the sword that'll go in it. Just a nice basic warrior sword, but it's pretty cool. It's gold as well. Got the little tiniest green jewel in it. Not a whole lot to it. But that's going to be it for all her accessories she comes with. Let's get into just the figure by itself now. Bring the camera a little, or her a little closer to the camera so we can check her out. So overall, great look on her. So she's got a little rock to her. She's got a little bit loose at the waist right here for me. But yeah, it looks great. The face sculpt on this one, especially like that other one I said, looks really great. Get a closer look at this one. We didn't really check it out up close. I mean, man, it's beautifully done. That bright red hair, and then the green eyes on her. Eyebrows and everything are done up great on her. Lipstick. And get down to all her, well, like you said, like you've seen, all her pieces are going to be pretty much removable. And I mean, like everything on her, except for the boots, I don't believe. So these straps kind of move here, but the boots themselves don't actually come off. These are attached to it, so those won't come off. And then the actual, well, the hands are moved, but not those part of the gloves. So everything else is going to be able to come all the way off of her, which is pretty crazy. This seems a little tight. I'll mess with that in here in a second. Get down, she just has this collar that she comes with. It's got a little tab here on the back, so I'm guessing that pops off so you can put the other one on. And get down to like her little chainmail here. It's already flopping around. Go ahead, go with it. It's loose. You can see her booty back here. Whole thing comes off. This will come off here in a moment. And down to these little wraps around her legs. I'm going to bring in this second one real quick because I wasn't sure about this. They give you this other one, and I'm not sure if that's, I guess maybe you could put this on here if you don't want the dagger, the sheath for the dagger on there. You could just have 2 of these. I might look at the package again before I start swapping stuff around. And then down to like the boots, like I said. And I'll go over articulation with her. I don't usually do a whole lot of articulation because I do all like my Masterverse and Origins, and I've done so many of those videos, it kind of gets repetitive. But on her, she's a little different than them. So get her arms up, she get into like a T pose, and she's got some butterfly joints up here at the arms. So see how far forward and back. Let's see how you get her arms back that far, then all the way forward. And then she's got movement here at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, double joint elbows, so she gets some good bend on those, and the swivel at the wrist, or the turn at the wrist. Let's see, no swivel Not seeing, yeah, let me pick up one of these hands. Yeah, okay, they do have like a little swivel to them. I think just because these ones are on their standard array, I haven't moved them around yet. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, this one goes up and down. It's got that aloft pose on it. Let me see, this one probably does too, I'm sure. Yeah, so these ones do, then the other ones will move back and forth like that. And got movement right here at the top of the torso, just under her breast right here. And bend her all the way back that way. You get a little bit of gap there. Let me see, going forward. Forward, not as bad. I mean, you can see a little bit here, but straight on. I know it kind of looks like it's showing off more on camera than it does. It looks a little better in person here. Then I'm going to get down to some of the things that I wasn't quite thrilled about. We do, well, let's see. She has another little crunch right here at the waist. Then get down to the legs. Let me turn her armor sideways there. There is some like major kind of gapping here, and I don't know what it is. Like the leg, there's like another piece that attaches in here. It's on a ball peg in there. So attached to that, and then like the leg's like glued up over that piece. I don't know why they didn't make it a solid leg. So when her legs are turned out this way, that's kind of showing, and it affects the back too. And I'm going to get into her butt back here. So you get, I mean, usually she's covered up, but still, even with it covered up, you can see, oh, everything looks proportionally right. But then if you fix this gap in the front to make it where you can't see it, then you get to the back, and these muscles, or her butt muscles or whatever, is off back here and leaves some pretty big gaps as well. So I'm not real thrilled on the connection here at this point, just because if you want this to look right, so you put it like that, there, it looks great, but then you get these gaps in the front. So I would think that you'd have like one kind of pose you could get out of her where you wouldn't have to worry about that at all, but either way, it kind of goes back and forth. And all this stuff loose on her, it's going to be sliding up and down. But we'll keep continuing down, get to her knees, double jointed knees as well, so get some great bends out of that. And then there's no swivel at the, let's see here, no calf swivel and no swivel down here. I'm sorry, no thigh swivel and no swivel down here at the calf. And then just the toe articulation, or not toe, or foot articulation, little swivel back and forth on that. So yeah, not too bad though. I mean, other than those little gaps I was talking about, I think she looks great. She feels like she might be getting a little loose on me already though, just from that little bit of movement. So yeah, this arm, right, the elbow's a little loose already. It's kind of flopping. And like I said, right here too. But we'll get to popping some pieces out because she does come apart so you can get the armor on. So we'll check out that real quick. I think I'm just going to start out here to be doing all this. I'm going to remove her head at some point. So she pops out, ball peg underneath there. And then we'll get to the back of the armor here. Has that little tab that I was talking about. So this will pull all the way out. And you got that peg right there. And then there's a hole in the middle of her back right here, which I'll go to. And now to get this off, I mean, you could take this whole top off, which you don't really need to because the only thing you're going to be swapping out is the shoulder parts. But I guess if you wanted to, you'd have to probably get her arms straight up and down. And I'm sure you could wiggle this. Yeah, get this up over the arms. I'm not going to mess with that too much because these are very thin straps on here. I don't want to go busting those right away. So I'm going to leave that on for now. I think I will just attach that other armor piece I was talking about, the shoulder armors, or shoulder armor, not plural. So we'll put this over the top, snap this into that back hole. And it's really okay, it went in there easier than I thought. Real rubbery. Let's see, it's in there straight. It looks like it should be down a little more like that. Might need to be heated up. I don't know, it really sticks up on this side. Well, I'm looking on the back of the box right now. I guess that's how it's going to look. But we'll move on from there. I think I'll snap her head back on just to keep that in place for now. Get down here to some of these like wrist guards, or the top of her gloves. Yeah, there's the only difference here is these have these cutouts in here. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I think I'm going to swap them out just to show you guys, but I think I like these better because I'm not even sure what those cutouts would be for besides decoration. But let's pop one of the hands out. Try and do this without knocking everything on the table off. Yeah, pulled away from the camera there for a second to do that because I have so much stuff on my table I was afraid of knocking stuff off. So I'll remove that one. Okay, so you got a little bit of brown flaking from the paint of the glove inside, but I think that'll all just kind of brush off. Put one of these regular one. Oh, before I do that, sorry, let's get back over here. We'll put these gold bracers on our arm, and I'm not sure they are kind of different from each other, but I don't think it really matters which one's left, which one's right. Let me see, I'll show they do have two different designs. I don't know if I really showed that off too much earlier. This one's kind of got that wraparound coil look to it, and this is more of a solid band. Like I said, I don't think it matters which arm, so I'm just going to slide one onto her left arm here. Okay, got that on there, fits on there pretty tight. And I'll put this other guard on there, and then we're going to go ahead and put these, a lot of paint coming off of here. There's extra paint, it's still brown there, it didn't come off or anything. So we'll snap this hand back on. And then I think I'll just kind of skip over. I'll do the exact same thing on this side, but I won't have you guys watch it. I'll just flash to it real quick. Okay, and here we got it on the other side. So both of them done up now with the arm bracers up here and then the alternate pieces of the glove on there. So I'm going to move on to her lower piece here. And to get this on, she's going to pop apart here at the waist or at the upper body, I believe, this upper part. Yes, okay. That came apart fairly easy. Not bad. And so this part will be removable. We'll swap this one out. And let's see, I was kind of playing with these. I put these two together already. Got the lower piece here, then that belt that I said will hold a weapon here in the back. Because I know both these are going to go on, but I figured it'd be easier if I just kind of put them together. There, I'll be hanging over the front like that. And then go ahead and put both these at the same time. I think I'm going to like this red sash on there a little bit more. The other one's a little more revealing, but I really like the red with it. Kind of matches up with her hair. A little more red for Red Sonja. See, I'm not sure about getting this back in here. If it'll be as easy as it was getting it off. Ooh, man. Okay. That's snapped on, but it really slid. Oh no, okay, it wasn't all the way on. I was like, she is super loose now. Okay, there, she's all done up with all that. Slide this back up again. All right, let me back her up a little bit so you guys check her out. Other than that, swapping anything else out, I mean, she does come with that other leg armor that I was talking about, or whatever the little design here on the side. I think I'm just going to leave this one because it has the spot for the dagger, so we'll put that on her in a second. So this is just going to be kind of extra. I'm not going to go through all that, just showing you what it looks like with two of those on. Let's see if I get these kind of even in the same spot on both her thighs. And a little space in between here. There, trying to get them to match up some. Alright, from here, let me grab her weapons. We'll start piling those on her. So we got our dagger. There will be a space for it right here. And then we'll go ahead. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, this is going to go on the side here. It looks like there's a little hole in this belt. Maybe I should have popped this on before I stuck it on her. Let me see. I might cut away for a second so I could do this. Okay, getting back to that real quick. I definitely had to go off camera and do that. This little thing was the toughest SOB that I've ever had to mess with. That little peg that goes through there, let's see if I get on it. It's actually attached to the sheath, is rubbery, and then this is rubbery, and it was so hard to bend it and get in that spot. There's actually another one on this side that connects the belt to the loincloth. That one went in no problem. That was easy, but getting this one on there, man, it was a pain in the butt. And this here, I guess, yeah. There's another hole on this side, so that's the hole where the belt will attach. So once you get this on the belt, you're not going to want to take it off again. I mean, at least on mine, I'm not. Because that was like the roughest thing ever for me. It's been a good almost 10 minutes here trying to do that. But that'll be it for that now. So we can slide everything all together and get her finished up. So just slide that back over. And then we'll pop her back together here at the waist. Okay, and I'll pop back together now. And I will say, with all these extra little pieces and everything, it's really hard to keep like the leg braces on. Like just when you're taking her apart, snapping everything back together. This wants to slide down. This is all funky out of place. So once you get her though, she looks great. Let's see. I'll put the sword in here. So she got her sword on the side of her. I'll flip around the back. There's that little loop on the belt I was talking about. So I'm guessing you just put your battle axe. Let's see if it slides down farther. Yeah, battle axe down through there. And she's pretty much all weaponed up. So let's take a look at her like that. All right, here I got her all suited up there with her alternate armor on. And I did swap one of the heads and went from this. I guess that one's more the stoic face. They both look kind of angry. She's not a very happy person. But yeah, switch from this one to that one. And we also do have that screaming head, but I'm not going to be popping that on right now. I mean, this is enough right now, just kind of show you what all she's got going for her. What I will do though is probably bring in a few other figures and kind of do some size comparisons with her, because if you know me, I got her to kind of fit in with my Masterverse, but we'll grab some other lines as well and just see how she stands next to them. I went with a couple Marvels here. It's the only two Marvel figures I got. Let's see, this Power Princess. She stands a little taller, I believe, than most of the female figures, so she's a little higher up than her. And then I have that Crystar figure, and they line up fairly well there. So yeah, with the regular size women of the Marvel, I'm sure she'd be a little closer to that. But she looks great. They look cool together. So let's move on to something else. All right, Brian, a couple McFarlanes. I have this Wonder Woman over here, and then a Harley Quinn. They both stand a little taller than her, so she doesn't look too out of place. She just looks like she's a shorter woman with them, but she still kind of fit in with McFarlane too, I guess. All right, I went ahead and brought in another Harley Quinn over here. It's a SH figure. That's the only one I have of them. I just got it because it's Harley Quinn, so that's how they kind of line up with each other. And over here is one of the Dragonor figures. I took her helmet off so you can see there's quite a height difference there, so it doesn't quite fit in. I'm sure it'll be kind of the same with Origins. I'll put them up right now. Alright, and here's with Origins. Yeah, quite a bit of height difference on there, so really out of scale on that. Move over to, I think, Mythic Legions now. Again, brought in a couple Mythics. I get the Dorina over here. It's a She-Ra tribute. And I forget his name, but the Hordak tribute over here. Yeah, height-wise fit in really well with them. Just on the female figures from Mythics, they kind of have the bigger head. They got more of a pit bull head, I would say. They're a little bigger size on the heads. I'm not sure if like some of the newer ones is the only female I have. Some of the newer ones, the heads are a little different size maybe. But yeah, she kind of got like a pinhead compared to her. But if you want her just kind of in with some of the male characters, I think she'd fit in just great. Okay, and lastly, just the whole reason I got her, I wanted to see if she'd fit in with my Masterverse. I was hoping she's pretty much to scale with them, and not too far off. They may be a little bit taller. Evelyn's got this helmet that sticks up a little farther too, making her, well, so is She-Ra, make him a little bit taller. So she just kind of looks like maybe a little shorter woman with them. But fits in really well, I think, sculpt-wise and everything. And she's almost like kind of the new Eternia. She's got a little more detail on her than some of like the plainer, like cartoon kind of looking figures that we have with Masterverse. And I feel like Evelyn might even stand a little tall. I'm going to swap her out. I have this Frosta here. Let me see. Frosta, I think, is a little shorter look too. This Frosta has all these different parts on her. I've been part swapping with like some of Dragonor, making different looks. So yeah, she doesn't really look a whole lot shorter than these two right here. She's pretty close there with Frosta. Alright, while I have my Masterverse out too, I just kind of noticed Frosta and her kind of got similar skin tones. This Red Sonja is really fair skin, really white. So any other Masterverse she doesn't really match up with, but pretty close with the skin tones on these two. And I just wanted to see if the ball pegs were close at all. The ball peg on the Red Sonja I think is a little bit bigger, so this head getting on was a little tight. And then a little loose on here. I mean, it snaps on, so if you wanted to swap it with anybody, you probably could. Like I said, though, just skin tones really don't match up. But size-wise, it looked pretty well. I mean, this smaller head, she's got a little smaller head than Masterverse too, I think. She's got a really tiny head, but it looks good on the body. Then over here, it kind of reminds me like almost a blue-haired Xena Warrior Princess. I don't know, kind of a cool look. A real big difference in the swap from red to blue. All right, and FYI on that Frosted head, really got stuck on there, so it is a tight fit if you want to swap this head onto there. That neck peg, that ball's a lot bigger, so yeah, I really had to heat up some water to get that off. I figured I'd finish her off like this, kind of pose her up in the best stance I could. We'll say it's a little hard to get her in a stance because of everything being so loose on, like the bender and everything. You got the late brace things keep sliding up and down. Everything's just real kind of wobbly on her, but once you get her the way you like her, she looks great. My only complaint, like I said, was kind of a few of those gaps in some of the joints. But other than that, I think she's a beautiful figure. Let's see, like posing her arm right here, I feel like she's going to get a little loose over time. Like this elbow already seems like it's getting a little loose. And like I said at the beginning, she's a little wobbly in spots. So might be something you have to look out for if you're going to be picking her up. Or just keep in mind that possibly will be loose here in the future. Probably could add a little something to it, stiffen up the joints. I am happy I have her though. She'll look around the shelf next to Masterverse, and that's what I was going for. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Thank you guys for checking out. Enjoy the content. You know, you can do all the good YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back to you when I get some more stuff in. Again, thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day.